Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some more Pittsburgh Steelers recap and reaction to the Pittsburgh Steelers 34-12 win over the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday. Pittsburgh 6-4 on the season. Let's talk about it. Before we start, if you guys could like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the site, SteelersDepot.com, would really appreciate that. So far from the prettiest win. A lot of injuries, a lot of physicality, very much AFC North November, tight divisional football with Pittsburgh pulling away in the second half thanks to two defensive touchdowns to Kyle Duggar, pick six, and James Pierre's scoop and score. And that is the story in this one. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense playing a much better game, night and day difference from week 7, and that terrible Thursday night road upset loss, keeping Jamar Chase in check, 3 catches, 30 yards, one of which was a 16-yarder. In the final seconds when the game was already long over. So a good game plan. Certainly want to dive into the tape and see exactly what Pittsburgh changed. Mike Tomlin said not a whole lot changed, but I imagine some more too high looks. Felt like Pittsburgh was playing more zone on early down. Still struggled in some of those third and long situations that are really, really frustrating to allow. But bottom line is you hold the Bengals to 12 points. Flacco, not nearly the same guys before. Don't allow the big plays downfield. You tackle better. You rally better. You play better against the run. Not perfect, not even maybe good, but Chase Brown had a couple of decent runs, but you held them in check and you made the big defensive splash. And that's part of Pittsburgh's culture. It's taught, doesn't come by accident. Kyle Duggar dropped that first interception, did not drop the second. Great in those robber situations to take away those crossers and capitalize. In moments where Pittsburgh got pressure, TJ Watt, Nick Herbig on the stunt, that 3 outside linebacker package has been really effective in recent weeks and generated pressure there. Herbig looping around, Watt winning off right tackle. Bad ball by Flacco. Howe was the other way. Then Herbig even throwing that last block was kind of just emblematic of Herbig being a team first kind of a guy. Secondary played well. Porter, James Pierre balling out. Career year for him. Had a really good performance off the bench against the Chargers. Comes in, clamps on Chase and Higgins in this one and gets rewarded with a touchdown and that scoop and score, the flip into the end zone. Brandon Echols probably battling an ankle injury. Lions got in. Jalen Ramsey, the ejection. Huge story here. Going to dominate the airwaves. The ejection, the punch, the spit by Jamar Chase. He says he did not spit. Video clearly shows he did. He lied about it. We'll see the fallout. Probably know by Monday exactly what the NFL decides to do from a discipline standpoint. Ramsey could still be suspended for throwing the punch and getting ejected. Deron Payne just got ejected for this current week, last week, for throwing a punch. Chase is going to certainly be subject to discipline too. Will it be suspension? We'll see. I don't know exactly how this thing will play out, but from Pittsburgh's perspective, we'll see if Ramsey's going to be on their side for the Bears in week 12. If not, Chuck Clark will come in. That'll be an obvious loss, but we'll just have to see. You understand Ramsey's reaction, but man, it would really suck not to have him, and you just don't want guys throwing punches, but you don't want guys spitting on people too, which is just an awful thing to do. Also, just quick note, Keanu Benton really playing the best football of his career. The pass rush, the pressure, didn't have a sack officially today, but was consistently getting pressure up the middle, forcing the ball out. So I just got to shout out Keanu Benton. He has really become a stronger pass rusher over multiple games now. You're seeing that consistency, so that's a big thing moving forward. Offensively, it was frustrating. The Bengals have a historically bad defense. They've allowed 33.3 points per game. They were coming off allowing 500 yards in back-to-back games. Did have the bye week, but you felt like you left a lot on the table. Obviously, there's injuries to discuss. Jalen Warren's ankle seems to be okay. Came back for one snap. Really didn't play in the second half. Gainwell had a nice game. Maybe if Warren was needed, he could have gone back in. Of course, Aaron Rodgers, the big story here. Left hand wrist injury happened late in the first half. He did not play in the second half. Mason Rudolph came in, did a nice job to manage the offense, not make any mistakes. Don't know what Rodgers' status will be. Mike Tomlin says he'll be evaluated on Monday, and we will go from there. It's non-throwing hand at least, but still, it could be something that may keep him out for a bit. We'll just have to wait and see. But even before then, the offense struggled to find anything easy. You had that great opening drive where it was coming pretty easy. You had some yak and Gainwell finishing it off, and then it really tightened up the rest of the way. I know the wind may have impacted things, and maybe both teams are playing a little more underneath, knowing that the deep vertical pass game was going to be more of an issue with some of the gusts out there. But Pittsburgh's got to be able to scheme stuff up, get guys open. Rodgers probably has to see the field better. Just really frustrating because you felt like that first half, it was so close, competitive, defense getting stops. Bengals hanging around. You could really kind of put that game away in the first half. Pittsburgh was unable to. End of the half drive, you have to settle for a field goal, just stuff like that where you just can't finish some of these things off. But it just felt like things weren't open. Have to check the tape on it, obviously, and some of the stuff that was schemed just really wasn't there. Run game, though, was solid. Warren ran hard. The 35-yarder was a really fun run and sums up his ability. Unfortunate he got hurt, but Kenneth Gainwell, credit to him. I know there's been a lot of consternation about the snap count, for myself included, on third down, specifically when it comes to Warren and Gainwell, but you see why Gainwell has a role in this offense as a talented pass catcher. He's second on the team in receptions. He's got a receiving touchdown this year. I mean, he's making plays in the flat, so a lot of go short and run after the catch moments for him. For Darnell Washington, man, what a game for Washington. That crazy 31-yard catch, just running over people, making the Bengals look like kindergartners out there. Super, super fun. Roman Wilson getting a bunch of snaps in this one. He easily outsnapped Calvin Austin, so we'll see if that trend continues, but seemed to be going that way, given Austin coming off a really bad game against the Chargers. Pat Frymuth, pretty quiet, one catch, had some good yak on that. Johnny Smith, just not seeing the chemistry there with him and Aaron Rodgers, so 0 catches today for him, but Gainwell making plays, doing stuff after the catch, and just taking care of the football. This was a game where the offense was disappointing, a third straight outing where the offense is not playing up to what it could be, certainly what it needs to be, but you took care of the football, 0 takeaways, you ran the ball well, 7 of 13 on third down. You had good third down success in the second half, and Pittsburgh started off really poor on third down. Got a couple penalties that helped out the Steelers, especially on the end of the half drive, but at least you took care of the football. You won the turnover battle. In these moments like that, it's enough to win the week. Special teams was good. Boswell was solid. Waitman was good. The coverage units were good. The kick return units for Pittsburgh was not spectacular. A couple of rough outings, and Keyshawn Williams concussed on the opening play of the game, but nothing to really complain about there. So didn't really make a ton of plays on that unit, but didn't give up anything either. So you'll take the wash. So I'm a little mixed on this game. I know divisional games can be tough, and Pittsburgh ultimately wins by 22 points, which is a nice margin, but this offense still has so much work to do, and uncertainty now with the injuries to Warren and especially Aaron Rodgers facing Chicago this upcoming Sunday in Chicago. But the defense has played good ball. I mean, they played good ball against the Chargers and just couldn't get the takeaways, and the offense was really, really abysmal, obviously, in this game. Really saw this team bow up and have that full week to prepare, and in that rematch game to be able to make those adjustments and play better and communicate well and tackle well and take away the run and get some pressure, make those splash plays. Really good to see some of the unsung heroes and the non-stars make those plays. Duggar and Pierre, now granted, so the pressure helped from some big names like Watt and Nick Herbig, but good team defense, and offensively, you took care of the football. Kind of a win that felt like out of the, right after the post-Ben era, so 22-23 season, where it really was, okay, offense, you don't have to do much, just don't lose us the game, don't turn the ball over, and defense, go out there, make a ton of plays, and we'll pull out this victory, and that's essentially what happened on the field Sunday. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching. Again, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the site, SteelersDepot.com. Thank you again, and we'll talk to you soon.